Hello. Okay. Welcome to the press conference of SK Run ahead of the Europa League match on against Bologna. I'm Thomas Berta, president of Run, with head coach Alexandersson and Paul Finna, for players. We will start with questions from media from Italy, and then we'll go over to the Norwegian press afterwards. And from my understanding, we can answer everything in Norwegian, and it will be translated. So, who wants to go first?
First Italian?
Yeah. First Italian press. If you want to ask in English, we don't need this, but if you ask in Italian, then we put those on, alright?
Yes.
So just shoot, please.
But I usually don't speak about actuality of game. Sorry. Thank you first of all, Vannizagnoli for Este News freelance. I only ask you, I ask them because they are from Norway. In the history of Norway in European participation, only a quarter of finals 28 years ago in Champions League with Rosenborg, and the best is semi-final some month ago of Bodo Glimt against Lazio in Europa League. I mean, in Italy we know Norway 3, Italy 0 some month ago. How is far a club of Norway to reach a final, for example, in Conference League or in Europe League? How is far? I remember only one participation as national team in Euro Championship. Now the national is very, very strong. Not the same about the club. I know it's not about the match. Excuse me.
That's all right. Yeah. First of all, I'm not Norwegian, but I thank you for the history update. And I also really like your ambition that you're talking about Norwegian club reaching the finals of European stages. That's very ambitious, and I love that. I would say that the two clubs that are representing Norway at this point in Europa football, Bodo Glimt and SK Brann, are very good representative for the country. Bodo Glimt, obviously, like you mentioned yourself, did a great campaign last year, absolutely fantastic campaign. So far, we have represented both our town, Bergen, and Norwegian football very well in the Europa League. The ambition of winning those tournaments is not in our heads at this moment. Maybe we should reconsider that, but everything can happen in football, and the history of Bodo Glimt from last year is of course a great example. Norwegian national team, you mentioned that, is doing an excellent job, a fantastic win against Italy, for example. But I think Ståle Solbakken, the coach of Norway, would just like me to keep the expectations down at this moment. He doesn't like big expectations around him, but I really like what they're doing.
Last question for me. I'm looking at the roster. In Italy, many clubs in Serie B2 have too many strangers. I see not so many. Is it a rule, a national rule, or are these clubs special?
You mean the strangers, or you mean foreign players?
Yes,
yeah,
foreign players. Sorry.
We don't call them strangers. We don't call them. But
sorry.
We have a rule in Norway. We are eligible to have 10, isn't it? 9 foreign players in the squad, and that actually we have now in SK Brann. But we have a club policy in terms of the strategy we work after, in terms of our academy players, and we mainly recruit after Scandinavian players, and we start at the academy levels recruiting from the city of Bergen and the towns around that. But we are expanding a little bit, but it's mainly Scandinavian football club.
Yes.
One at the back, yeah.
Leonardo Rosello, Italian Press, Radio Bruno e Nettuno Bologna 1. What do you know about Bologna, which is your opinion about the style of playing of the Italiano's team, and about tomorrow, which tactical plan, I know you won't tell us what you will do, but you are an aggressive team, or against Bologna, it's better to stay calm under the ball and attend also Bologna to play a good team, which can be your plan for tomorrow.
Thank you. I start with emphasizing what I've seen and learned about Bologna and Italiano's team. Very impressed. And we are all, I think also the players. It's exciting. It's exciting to play against for us. It's totally different from the Scandinavian approach. There are not many teams in Scandinavia that plays in a similar way as Bologna. And then for us, it's a great challenge. We have though some similarities, like you mentioned yourself. We are also an aggressive team. We are also a brave team. And I don't agree with you that the best method to play against Bologna is to sit and wait and hope. So I think it's going to be rock and roll tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
Anyone else from Italian Press?
No.
Okay.
No, if you like, if it's possible, but.
We have one more, we can do one last one, and then we'll switch to Norwegian, but then we need a microphone up here again. Yeah.
The same question, coach, about Scandinavian clubs. Now Norway is at the top in the history. If we think to the result of a club against Lazio, and is now better than the level in Europe is better than Swedish clubs and Finland clubs. What do you think about this? And I don't remember big matches about Iceland teams in Europe, of course. Is it now Norway is the best of a Scandinavian club?
Icelandic club has never reached anything in Europe.
Of course.
Sorry. Maybe later. But are we best in Scandinavia? I would love to say yes, but I cannot say that. I think we represent our country, Norway, in a very respectful way. We are good, we are strong in the Scandinavian parameters, but there are more teams that are extremely strong, like FC Copenhagen, for example, FC Midtjylland, extremely strong as well, and more. There are, I would say that Scandinavian football is growing extremely strong. The know-how in the clubs is growing big. Extremely good coaching at youth level, getting into the first teams. And in my opinion, most of the Scandinavian clubs have been representing the countries in a respectable way. So no big headlines about we are the best at this point from my side.
Yes.
Then I think we'll switch to Norwegian. So, kan vi starta? Om du väntar Mats, du kommer bak med, du må vinke til ord med mikrofonen. Ja, sånn, der er du. Vær så god.
Det har vært snakket om og skrevet om de siste dagene at det kan være vanskelig å prioritere både Europaligaen og Eliteserien. Vannizagnoli som trente på før, sa at det er Eliteserien.